To distinguish between the regime in Beijing and the people, both the people in China and the people of Chinese origin in Canada. Canada's Chinese population is patriotic and loyal to our flag, and we must never be afraid to say that. If someone, I've said clearly that if anyone in my caucus, or in any caucus, I believe, has worked against Canada for a foreign power, they should be kicked out of both the caucus and the parliament. But that does not mean painting every single person who comes from a country where the governments interfere here is guilty of that. And we need to speak out against anybody who tries to generalize and paint an entire community based on the actions of a foreign government. And in Canada, the price is going up because we're increasing the demand with inflationary money printing that flows right into the financial and mortgage system, and constricting the supply with the worst and the slowest building permits in the world. And the speculators are saying, I know what happens when you inflate the demand and restrict the supply. The price goes up, therefore the speculator is going to profit from that. The underlying problem is that we have to get the bureaucracy out of the way to build the homes, and we have to stop printing money so that we no longer inflate them. We will bring in mandatory jail not bail for repeat violent offenders and car thieves. We will cancel the gun grab that's going to cost billions of dollars going after licensed, law-abiding, trained and tested firearms owners. Take that money and put it into buying high-powered scanners at our ports so that we can inspect more than 1% of the shipping containers.
Yes.
Those shipping containers contain the stolen cars that are going out and the illegal drugs and guns that are coming in.
Yes.
By having vision-piercing scanners, we can look inside the container. It's very simple. People have come here and broken laws and have not paid taxes or worked, then they obviously have to go back to their country. If people have paperwork problems but are otherwise law-abiding, decent people who are making a contribution to the country, then they should be given a chance to go through the process. That, I think, is the best way to do it. I don't believe in generalizing, because there's a very big distinction between those two cases. Our system right now is totally out of control.
Absolutely.
Absolute chaos in the immigration system. Trudeau's effectively decriminalized drugs. I will ban hard drugs. We will no longer give out drugs. We will stop these so-called safe consumption sites. There's nothing safe about them. And we're going to offer treatment and recovery services to bring our loved ones home drug-free. Ban the drugs. Stand up for the rights of parents to raise their kids with their values on matters of sexuality and gender. We'll restore our freedom by cutting foreign aid and putting the money into our military so that they can keep our nation strong and free. We'll ban all our ministers and MPs from any involvement in the World Economic Forum. We will crack down on the foreign interference and put our own people back in charge of our democracy. It's common sense, the common sense of the common people united for our common home. Your home, my home, our home. Let's bring it home. Look, after 8 years of Trudeau, everything costs more. But the good news is life wasn't like this before Trudeau, and it won't be like this after he's gone. We're going to axe the carbon tax to lower gas, heat, and grocery bills. We now know that Trudeau was lying about the tax, that he was hiding $25 billion a year in extra economic costs above and beyond what you pay at the pump and on your heating bill. And those costs work out to almost $2,000 per family per year. By axing the carbon tax, we can bring back $25 billion to our economy. That everyone's going to pay more. If you are a small business person selling an investment, you will pay more. If you are a farmer, you will pay more on the land sale you eventually have. If you're a home builder, you'll pay more. And if you're trying to retire, you will pay more. And then our entire economy will pay as investment flees Canada, pours over the border to the United States. It will be a large sucking sound of money leaving Canada to the States, making us all poorer. Can you imagine anything crazier than taxing home builders when we have a housing crisis, farmers when we have a food price crisis, doctors when we have a healthcare shortage, or small businesses while our economy is collapsing. It is wackonomics at its worst, and common sense conservatives are against this tax.